Okay, again, disclaimer, I don't do hair. So please don't come at me, please. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing look 3 Fire, and this is the most fun look out of the bunch. I'm so excited for you to turn up the heat and try out this matte eye look. And yeah, let's get started. Welcome to my half-ass attempt at Azula's hair. I actually moved the camera a bit back because I really wanted my teeny tiny bun to make it into the shot. We're doing book 3 Fire, and so a lot of reds, oranges, maybe some black as if we were seared, kind of like my skin the other day because I went outside. It kind of looked like I encountered some firebenders. But anyways, I already primed the lids. We are going to be playing with the Morphe James Charles palette. Yeah, I'm going to go in with 518 with my Morphe M504 brush and just wash that all over the crease and outer corner. I just want to say, Prince Zuko. That's it, that's the end of the video. I, of course, had a crush on Zuko when I was little, and you know what? If you haven't ever had a crush on Zuko, I don't know what's wrong with you. I know he was a bad guy, but also that's kind of like what I go for, so that's kind of not good. Uncle Iroh was a very funny and calming and balanced person to have on the show, and him and his tea is a big thing in Eastern Asian culture. Fire is typically known for destruction and savagery, but there seems to be a kind of struggle with death and life when it comes to fire. This season we encounter the Painted Lady. I paralleled it with how smaller local towns have their own personal deities that they rely on. Religion in general is kind of a way to help people feel comforted with bigger ideas such as life and death, such as why is there a sky, why is there land, why is there water. So it kind of follows that theme as well. I love the outfit Katara had. For some reason it was like her hair loopies but in cloak form. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe E27 with Rusted, which is kind of that bright coral shade. I'm gonna place that underneath the initial color that we did. The master and pupil relationship is highlighted during the season, and it is important in Buddhism. Through the course of the seasons, Aang has different guides that help him out, and it's really important to have that relationship. And then there was the story of Roku and Sozin, so the Avatar and the Fire Lord in the past, and so this kind of brought up the idea to me about how there is the argument that people are not born evil or people are not born good, that we are a clean slate. This kind of goes into nature and nurture as well. What I found really wacky was when Appa and Momo were speaking to each other when Aang was not getting any sleep, which is basically like me because my sleep schedule is whack. And then when he had those dreams about missing pants, I had reoccurring dreams when I was younger that I had no shoes on and I was literally being chased by a serial killer of some sort. And because I looked down and I didn't have any shoes, I was paralyzed. Like I couldn't move. So if anyone knows anything about sleep analysis, hit a girl up. What was really striking to me was all the colors from the firebending masters when they visited the last dragons on Earth. It really shows how colorful life is and the life aspect of fire. With Zuko especially, when it comes to gaining honor, retrieving honor, seeking that out from his dad, I think it is very reminiscent of Asian culture in general, because in Asian culture it's very family-oriented. It's really important to care for the family, to be there for one another, and of course, fulfill your parents' wishes, which, Asian parents typically have pretty high expectations for their kids in general. So please don't come at me. I even studied developmental psychology, and so there was comparisons with other cultures versus the American culture of individualism and how that is very prominent here in America, but that isn't the case with Asian culture. And that's definitely something that I have struggled with personally in my life, to be in a nation where it's very individualistic but have a different expectation when coming home. It's very contradictory. What I thought was really funny was when Toph would hit people for affection, and that's kind of how she showed her affection, and I think that is very reminiscent of little boys when they're growing up, when they would pull a girl's hair or do those nasty things to a girl because they didn't know how to flirt properly. I mean, I would personally hit or kick boys if I liked them. Growing up, I was just like, you know what, I'm one of the dudes, I'm one of the bros, I can like rustle them up a little bit, you know, I can do whatever guys do. But then I did a complete 180 when I went to high school, and now I'm as girly as it gets. I'm going to add a little bit of You're Kidding, which is the true red shade in the palette, and I'm going to put that a little lower, but still in the crease and all that sorts throughout the eyeball with my Morphe E27. Oh, the beach episode, when they found out the truth about each other and they kind of questioned each other and how they acted. So Zuko figures out that he's always so angry at himself, which, I mean, aren't we all? There's also May, who is always so bland and emotionless, and I think that at the end of the season, when she saves Zuko even after being broken up with because she loves him, is when she truly shows emotion for once, which is ironic, so it kind of redeems herself. And then there's Ty Lee, who is, you know, the pretty gal. She always gets the attention. She is called a circus freak, but she is happy that she can be identified by something. To her, it's really important to be that individual, especially from a household where you come from a ton of pretty people. I wish I had that problem, but and then I'm going to play with some black liner. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Silkissime eyeliner in black. I think it was really interesting to include the story about the Southern Raiders because it pushes Katara against her nature, because she's so caring and loving and not about revenge at all. She's of course a waterbender, and this is the season of fire, so it really is fitting that in the season with her opposite element, she is pushed to her opposite nature. I'm going to drag it down a little bit, and then I'm going to actually blend it out. What was really funny was Azula's Britney Spears moment when she was literally trying to cut her hair. And you know what? I'm happy that I have not let anyone else cut my hair, or I cut my own hair, because that would just be a disaster. I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques accent brush and dip into the black shade, which is called Spooky. And I'm going to go very tight by my waterline and blow out a little bit of the black. When the Fire Lord ends up being the Phoenix King, it's very fitting to call himself the Phoenix King, because phoenixes rise from the ashes, and he is about to literally burn the world and then go back in and blend with the same red and orangey shades. Why I rarely put black in my waterline, because I just look angry and it closes off my eyes, and my eyes are small as it is. I'm gonna do mascara and then my lips. I'm going to go into my Rimmel Cherry Kiss lip liner, and then I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star Designer Blood. Yeah, we're going there. But yeah, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed the video. Next up is Book 4 Air. See ya!